guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about the Giantmouse Jagt. So this is the newest offering from Giantmouse. This is dropping on October 23rd. Not sure what day it is when you guys are seeing this. Right now it is the 17th. And I was thinking about doing a disassembly. I'm not sure if I want to because it's dead centered and the action is really good. So it's like, is there really any reason to do it other than to just show you guys the inside of the knife? But I know some of you guys do want to see it, so I think we will. But first, a quick rundown. This guy is in micarta. It's black micarta. It's really nice with that milling on it. Almost has a marbled look. I do have the new Giantmouse wire clip replacements, which is really cool on here. I really like what they did there. Nice satin grind on this Magna cut. And yeah, the detent's solid on this. Got that nice pear-shaped hole. Flipper tab, very nice. And the ergonomics are comfortable in this back grip or this forward grip. It is called the Jagt or the Hunted, which is sweet. And yeah, I mean, I think they did a great job on this. You can see they're listening, right? We're starting to get a little more lock bar access. The action's getting better. The QC seems to be getting better, in my opinion. So, yeah, let's crack into this guy. We have a T8 here. See which side, if any, wants to just come loose for us. I'm going to grab my finger bit from Skiff. So definitely check out Skiff Workshop. These things are fantastic. So you just take this in your fingers like so, and then you pop her in like that. Now I'm locked in, and then I can get it on this side, and we try to break that Loctite, and there she goes. Now we just figure out which side's coming loose. That's a real tight one right there. Okay, it looks like it's coming out this side. So what I want to do is try to switch her up here and see if I can't push this back in. Looks like this is the screw coming out. Yeah, there we go. So that pivot was pushing itself out. We want to get that back in if we can. There it goes. Pop back in. And we have our pivot screw loose. Good. Set this aside for now. Gonna have to remove the clip screw here, and these seat in with just the regular old you know, clip screw. No problemo. We have a T8 right here. So far I haven't seen a T6, which is nice. And this hardware looks good. This looks like some Riot made nice stout head on that hardware. That's what I like to see. Scale's going to go ahead and pop off. Now we are going to have to switch to a T6. So I'm going to grab my Audacious Concepts driver here. And just break that loose and spin her out. And we'll set that aside. And hopefully this will just pop off. Won't need a, let me just disengage. Oh, okay. All right, let's see what the heck's going on in here. I'm hoping that's not rust. We do have steel bearings, so it could be, I guess. So it looks like it's going to be lion steel. I can tell you that because, well, one, it says it right there. And two, it's the same bearings as the Rio. Now, I will say, I feel like the Rio is their best model, so I'm glad this is lion steel. The one thing I find interesting is that some of the Italian OEMs, like Fox, use a white ceramic, nice big detent ball, and that really does help. This is just a little steel ball, so very interesting. See if I can't get this out. And, all right. I remember swapping the bearings on the Rio, and that went pretty well, but I don't know if I'll do it here just because, I don't know. I'm probably going to pass it around like I did with the Rio, I guess, but I don't know. Let's just see. I getting... No, okay. I don't think it's rust. I think it's just a weird mixture of lube and the... I don't know. It's very interesting, though. Let me see if I can get this off with a magnet. Ah, where's my magnet? Oh, that sucks. I think my kid stole my magnet pen. I gave her one. So that I wouldn't lose mine. But she's 3, so she probably just took another one. Damn, I didn't even realize that happened. All right, I could try. Try this flashlight and see. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't get close enough with the. All right, let me try it. Push the pivot out. Just nasty in there. See if this works now. Yeah, I was really hoping it would pull the balls out. What is going on here? There we go. These are some gnarly bearings, man. Look at that pocket. That is just disgusting. Look at that. Whatever they're using in there is just kind of gross, honestly. Clean it all up. All right. And hopefully push this back in. Yep. Okay. Let's take a look at these bearings a little closer here. See what rubs off. I don't understand why it's turning that color, because the bearing, nothing in here is brass or phosphor bronze or, for that matter, steel to rust. I mean, these are plastic cages. But then there's steel balls, and I don't think the steel's rusting. I don't know. Just a weird oxidizing thing, I think. I'm going to go ahead and see what size they are. These look like 1mm bearings. Yeah, these are 1mm bearings. I don't even know if I have 5mm 1mm anymore. I keep the super small ones. These are 3/16. Oh, maybe. Okay, I have one pair left. I remember on the Rio, the action ended up being really good on the skips, even though it went from multi-row to single row. It's almost like it didn't matter, because you can see a vast difference here. I think I did a video on that too. But you can see a vast difference here on the bearings. But these should fit. Yeah, I know that seems weird, but I'll show you. At least if the same thing holds true. As long as you get the bearings in the right size and everything, it really shouldn't matter. But I know it's going to be, some people aren't going to like that, but hey. Let me grab one of these guys, clean out this detent hole. Yeah, I wish that was a little bigger, but like I said, I mean, the action was good. So I'm really just messing with it and don't need to. So keep that in mind if at the end here I'm complaining. And I can always put the stock bearings back in. But I just want to show you and see if this works. Because it actually like really surprised me on the Rio. I was like, damn, how did that work, you know? All right, we got everything on. Pop that in. We'll get our little T6 in here. Hope you guys are having a good evening, whatever day it is for you. I guess this tightens into that liner, maybe? Not the backspacer, I don't know. And then I'll actually just make sure that's snug. Yep, okay. Don't want to go too far with it. Pop this on, like so. So far, everything's moving just fine. We have this body screw right there. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and clean this because it looks pretty dirty. Just going to put it in a cloth. I got alcohol on that cloth, and then we'll see how dirty it is. I mean, it was pretty locked in there with Loctite, so it should be pretty dirty, I think. Yeah, pretty black. Pretty typical. We can tighten that in. We'll see how she ends up here. Okay. So our centering is pretty much the same. It was a little over to this side when I checked it there the last time. Detent feels good. No play. Action feels, I mean, literally feels identical. Not gonna lie. But these haven't broken in at all. So that tip just sits there and it like taunts me like it's gonna get you, but it just can't. So let's back this out a little, see if we can get it centered. That's a little better. Is there any play? Yes. Okay. Well, you can get really snappy action. It's still not centered. So let's see. Is it this side that? Ah, okay. So I want to push it over to this side as I tighten and see if that helps at all. Yeah. Oops. No play. Similar action, and we are in the same position. So nothing really changed there. Honestly, don't think if I swap those bearings out, which I'll do real quick, I'll show you. I don't think we're gonna, I don't think skiffs in this case really did much. I mean, they're fine and they work and everything, but I'm kind of feeling like I'd rather keep that last set for something else. Let these little multi-rows do their thing. I gotta do this again. Ugh. Can't just get those up. Come on now. Oh, came out. Put these back in here. KPL. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in. Now the downside of these is I don't feel them like rolling. Don't feel the balls rolling around. Usually I can on bearings. So that's not great that they don't freely roll around, but they might once they're you know, locked in there. Get this guy on. Hey. I lost that screw and I was like, where the... Ugh. Man, screws and shit, everything's so small, it's just hard for me to... Okay. Yeah, I think the centering's a little better too. That was probably the biggest reason why I switched back, because I was hoping that I could get the centering back to close, you know. I figure it's not going to be perfect, but I can get her close, and closer is better than not close, but we'll see if that's just... So you can see it's still a little off, but it's good. No play. Same action. I got oil all over my hands and the lock bar, so it's kind of hard for me to disengage, but there's no stick. Everything feels solid. You know, it's the one thing I don't love about Italian knives is they do tend to have sharp lock bars and they tend to have lots of tension compared to Chinese made folders. And then there's always like less lock bar access for some reason because everybody does this, I guess. Obviously that's a design thing too. Let's see if we can center it. Pretty close there, but we'll have play. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. I'm just gonna tighten it down, and I think that'll take care of it. Still some stuff coming off of there. Take my T6 here. Just drive that cloth in. Oh, I'm hitting that. I was wondering why it was bouncing when I was doing that, because it's not connected. All right, one more clean here. So again, this is the Giantmouse Jagt dropping on the 23rd of October at your favorite retailers. I will link it on the Giantmouse website directly. So if you guys want to pick one up, you can use my link, and that will help the channel. Completely up to you, but I would appreciate it. Let's see. Centering looks pretty good there. No play. And pretty much same action. See if I can loosen it up just a touch. It's already kind of settling. No play. There we go. And almost dead nuts. So, flipper. I just can't get the lock bar to... Come on. There we go. Yep. Feels good. Reverse flick. It's a cool knife. I'd like to get it out and use it a little bit. So you might see a full review on this as well. I just got this at Blade Show, and I wanted to do the disassembly. You can see my hand really sweating and patinaing this micarta pretty quick, which is cool. So yeah, check it out. Giantmouse Jagt. And I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. All of the disassembly tools and everything are linked down below, as well as the knife. So check it out. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.